It's time for another episode of Date with DANU. Thank you for joining me today on the show. We have some amazing things that we want to talk about. I saw them when I was growing up, and I'm so privileged to sit and talk to them today on Date with DANU.
Hi, I'm Mignonne,
And I am Maxi.
and we're on a date with DANU.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, DANU. If I go back in time, I remember him at St. Peter's College. He was in the choir. And one thing I can remember is when he was coming down the aisle with the choristers, he fell down.
Oh dear.
He had a big fall and I had to help him up. Yeah, anyway. So that was my first meeting with DANU when he was a schoolboy at St. Peter's.
And for me, I remember DANU, very, very flashy, always one of a kind, so well dressed, and as he walks into the room, everybody says, oh, there he is. But he's such a sweetie, and he's a wonderful friend.
Really?
Yes, yes.
Tell the truth. Let's tell the truth.
He is such a, I don't know, I've had a very good experiences with
Okay,
him. But,
right.
you know, we don't meet that much because,
that's
you
true.
know,
So we
he's
don't
in
come
the
into
TV
contact
line,
with
we
him
are
that much,
performing
yeah.
all over the place. So, but anyway, he's a great guy.
And with me, I'm happy to have the one and only Mignonne Fernando and Maxi Rozairo. Thank you for being here on the show.
We are indeed happy to be with you, DANU.
Thank you so very much. So, I literally saw you when I was a child.
Yeah, could be.
Like very small, like
Yes.
4 like.
In the cradle.
Yeah, well.
But Maxi, I have to tell you where I first met you. I told you this, I'll tell you on the show. Not somewhere dodgy. It was
No, I told these guys this at the interview. Already.
Yes, he already
right,
did.
right. So I met you first at
Yeah.
BMICH. We were singing as a Vitrite choir soon after your performance with Noeline.
Yeah.
And you were walking out of the stage and I tripped on a wire. I was the front row because we were sopranos. And Maxi is the one who said, who sort of hailed me from falling and like really making a fool of myself. That was the first time I met you. And I was like, oh, I've seen him on TV. That's the first day I met Maxi. It was in, if I'm correct, it was 96 for Joseph Vaz, like a singing competition they had.
Something like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
there you go. That's where it was. So today we are talking about that and more.
So now
Yes.
it's out in the open.
It's out in the open. I kept it as a small suspense.
Okay.
So to start off, like both of y'all got into the industry at the same time.
No.
No.
Mignonne was much senior
I
than
think
me.
I
A
went-
little bit
yeah,
senior than me.
I went in at 1965.
Okay,
Yeah.
you would have been very young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you even
Yeah.
could
No,
see.
I was not even thought of.
Yeah, I thought so.
I went into music just after that. In 1967, I started.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Okay. And glory days is what they call it at that time. I still accept that for the only reason over 50 years have passed,
of
and
course.
still you have an identity that cannot be broken, and that is remarkable.
Thank you.
I know at that time there was television that was very limited television.
I don't know whether
Not TV was there.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
there from the 70s, but radio was there.
Yes, radio
Radio.
was
Yeah,
there.
but people still found y'all, people still connected with y'all. And throughout the country, it was not only like the English-speaking audience or the ones.
Yeah, yeah.
How was that? Because, Maxi, you only sang English music.
Yeah, but I think that the Radio Ceylon, we had recordings, you know, because I recorded with EMI, so
Right.
that was a big help because those records were distributed
Right.
and played on radio. In fact, that's how we went to India also because through Radio Ceylon, the broadcasts went to India as well. Yeah.
And another thing, DANU, was that after so many years of having worked in English and talked in English, I think everybody in this country, at that time, I think the population was very small at the time, and everybody could speak a smattering of English and understood a little bit of English. Even the taxi driver who was driving the taxi knew how to speak a little bit of English. So they had only one source of music, and that was Radio Ceylon.
Yeah,
Right.
That's true.
And all languages went on that same frequency.
Yes.
Yeah. And also, I think, because I think during my mom's time, the English medium was quite active. And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, so everyone more or less
That's
sort of had the opportunity to
And
learn.
also, it was the most popular radio station in the whole of Asia.
Correct.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It had an impact on all the surrounding countries.
Surrounding
yeah.
countries.
So, most of the foreign performances that you all did started when? When did they sort of discover you all? Because I know that we were a big hit in terms of touring and singing Sri Lanka, because I think we spoke better language.
Yes.
English was understood by everyone. How did that start, and what was your first trip?
Well, we had this in 1965 with the recordings and everything. We also had the interest to do these OB recordings and things from broadcasting from the source
Right.
through that whatever wire or whatever.
Outdoor
and
broadcast.
So that, and
Yeah.
that also the radio Ceylon announcers would like to be involved in it. So they did have smatterings of performances from live broadcasts from performances, and that I think also was very, very catchy.
Right.
So, and that made the station also, be very, very popularly followed. So I think so that was one of the reasons, yes.
Okay. And what was your first trip?
Yeah, first trip was in 1973 when there was a gentleman called Carl Holder who came to Sri Lanka, and he was looking for a band to play at his nightclub called the Wagon Train in
Right.
Dubai. And so that was our first trip to Dubai, and when we went to Dubai, there was absolutely nothing there.
Camels were there, though.
Camels, no. I mean, it was basically an American colony at the time. There were only Americans there, living there, working there. And there were only 3 nightclubs at the time there. And subsequently, I went there back in 78, I think, just to have a look. My goodness, I couldn't believe my eyes then. But now looking at Dubai in pictures and in on
It's
TV, my
amazing.
God, it's something else.
It's awesome.
Yeah, correct. So that was your first visit there.
First
A
visit.
lot of Middle Eastern countries used to like get you all to come and perform.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Amazing. All right, we're going to come back and speak more. I have a little secret I'll tell you when we do come back. It's time where we get into a break.
Can't wait.
Welcome back to the show. I was just telling Maxi that he looks like a character of Bold and the Beautiful. The father, he has slept with like 100 women in that series. That was the whole series about how many women he impregnated and had babies, and their babies are trying to fight for the wealth.
Yeah.
Forrest, Mr. Forrest, you can be Eric Forrest.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you look just like him actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if they ever do a Bold and the Beautiful here,
I'll act.
yeah, we need to search for a Brooke.
No,
She
but
was the
then
first
I
woman who
Yes,
broke
yes,
the
yes,
family.
yes,
Yeah.
that's
No,
right.
but that's not all, no.
Right.
I have to have the same experiences that the guy
That's
had.
what, so we need to find a Brooke for you.
No, 100 women.
That is after Brooke. It started off with Brooke.
yes. He's keen on the
Yeah,
rest.
he's keen on. But you were also married. Well, she's there, so
So was he probably.
that is there already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
Fair enough. Anyway, so my mum, I think, had a big crush on Maxi.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But you must have had like a lot of postcards coming your way. Those days
Well,
postcards,
we can't
no?
talk about these things now.
Now you
because-
can tell them, and half of the ones who have written to you might be dead now.
Well, it's like this, Danu. I was 7 years abroad, and all the time my wife wasn't there with me.
Yeah.
So I had lots of postcards.
And all from the wife saying, what the hell are you doing?
There you go. There you go.
No, but I'm sure you had a following that was quite
Yeah,
major.
yeah,
I've
quite
been told that you had a major following.
Yeah. Mostly girls.
Yeah, obviously. Did they scream your name? Did they just jump all over you?
They didn't throw things at me.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if they've thrown, I'm sure it would have been themselves. But you have a very understanding wife.
Oh, yes.
She's there, still monitoring.
The best in the world.
There you go. That's the best part.
Yeah.
To have a man in showbiz and still, have trust When you're 7 years away.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That takes a lot. Yeah. Were you a good boy?
I said, don't ask questions
Sorry, I
like
just-
that now.
that's this whole show.
I was a good man. I was a gentleman all the time.
Gentlemen can do bad things.
That's now see that Forrest or whoever is
Yeah, there you go.
it's like that.
He was a gentleman.
He was, yeah.
He was.
yeah.
But what he did, that's a different story.
Yeah, well.
Mignonne, you were a sensation with your Naal Patia.
Patias and
Yeah.
all that. Yes.
How did this Naal Patia start?
The Naal Patia started because when I was called for song festivals and concerts in other countries to establish my identity separately from the Indian.
Yeah, because everyone just
I
put
wore the
everyone-
Candian sari.
Right.
She wore the Indian sari, and I put the Naal Patia in the style that the Candian people do. So that established it was Sri Lankan. But after that, people liked it so much, especially in Europe and everything. You used it for magazines and everything. I thought, okay, I'm going to stay with this.
So you had this Naal Patia throughout all your modern outfits,
Most
everything.
Of, yes, yeah, even with the long gowns and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was like your signature
Yes,
look.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
When did you sort of drop the Naal Patia?
Well, I only dropped it when, for regular little performances, like in the hotels or something like that, when you're playing for a small client.
Right.
It looks a bit over the top when you have all that. So, I mean, it was more casual.
Right.
So, when I go for concerts and things like that, I try to establish that, yes.
You were also a hottie. You were also a hottie, no, Mignonne?
Oh, yes. My
see, Maxi.
goodness. Sure, of course. Of
Maxi is reminiscing the moments. You were fabulous. Didn't movie offers and all these come your way?
Well, actually, from even Gamini Fonseca.
Really?
Yeah, because when I acted in Sinhala,
You acted?
yes, I acted in it singing and
Yeah.
all that at Malini's party. And then after that, Gamini came over. I was already married, and Gamini came over and...
That's how it all
No,
starts.
I was married, not yet, but I was with,
sure.
with the jetliners.
Yeah, that's how it
And
all
then-
starts, Mignonne.
Yes, and then he told Tony that I should do this Rangapan or
Rangapan.
something. He said, I have the flair for it, and that with the music and everything, he could really do a lot for me.
Yeah.
And would I like to act instead of going in this popular music thing?
Right.
But I think that the popular music was more in my blood and music more as a such. And there were so many good actresses anyway. So I thought, and also acting, it takes so long to just do one scene about 5 times, you know how it is.
Yeah.
So I thought, no, I'd
Better
stay
not,
with the
just
music.
sing and just-
yes.
yeah.
But I was happy that I did those films,
Yeah,
Sana
nice
Kelly and other
experience.
things, Sandhya Kumari's
Yeah.
songs and everything.
Now, it has come to a point where today performing at a hotel is not seen as wow.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Why is that? Because at your time, performing at a hotel that was established was one of the big things, and you had the best people coming to see you.
Yeah, but the point
Yes.
is, now what has happened is budgets are a big thing with the managements, and you find artists who are upcoming and who like to make offering their services at a much perhaps smaller rate. And then what happens is you get those artists coming, and then they are making mistakes and everything. But then the audiences also have not become so discerning.
That
The
is
audiences
thing.
also not.
That is the thing.
Yeah.
The thing is this, DANU. Now, they advertise themselves as 5-star hotels, 6-star hotels, 7-star hotels, whatever. And the entertainment should be on par with the hotel.
Yeah, true.
Exactly.
So then the people will come. But if they are not, be on par, the entertainment is not on par with the 5-star hotel or whatever, then it's the entire hotel's thing goes down. Yeah.
Because back in the days, performances at a hotel gig was absolutely amazing.
Oh,
Like
yes.
from the Whitney Houstons to Diana Ross's, they all started there.
Yes,
That's where they were
exactly.
discovered.
Yes.
Correct.
But do you think there is a chance for that culture to sort of regrow?
Well, depends on the management of the hotel, because they have to say, okay, the F&B management has to decide, we're going to give more budget for the entertainment, and give more, have a more, higher higher status, and artists who are producing good music. Not that the others aren't, but the others are still learning while they're performing.
Correct.
So learning and performing, I don't know whether that was in our criteria. That is not really a good thing. You know, you have to be ready to perform. So if the managements decide together, we are going to have this standard and not paying them any less than that, but we demand good work. I think there could be some hope in that area.
Oh, well, adding to that, I would say that from the time that we started music, or the music before that in Sri Lanka, from, let's say, from the 50s, it was a different ball game altogether. Everybody spoke and sang in English and all that sort of thing. And even the management of these hotels and all the top managers were all educated in English and spoke English. And it's very unfortunate for the young people in Sri Lanka that things changed in 1958 and 60. That they suddenly decided, no more English, it's only Sinhala. It's sad because we could have been a different country today if we allowed the same educational system to continue at the time.
Yeah.
And then things started changing.
Yeah, and without separating this country on language.
Yes.
But
Exactly.
having your mother tongue, but yet having a universal language that we'll all communicate and connect as one.
Yes,
That's
you need that, you need
Which is,
that,
which
isn't
is
it?
really
Yes.
important, true. Finally, the person who brought the rule didn't know how to say it in Sinhalese. We're getting into a segment, and it's called Hot Seat. All right, welcome back to the show. So I have some questions, and you walk away with a gift from our title partners, Crystal Luxury Wellness. Now, some questions are for the two of you, some are individually written. All right?
Okay.
Maxi, I'm going to start with you. Dalreen, Noeline, the two people who you spent a lot of time on stage with. That's because Mignonne was out of the country for over 18 years. Who was your favorite on stage?
Oh, now that's difficult to answer.
Yeah,
But
this is
most time was spent with Priyanti. With Noeline, sorry, I beg your pardon.
I know.
Because she was also one of the singers with me on stage, but I think more time was spent with Noeline.
okay. If you could turn back time, who would you like to bring back to the world of music? Sunil Pereira, Ronnie Leach, Desmond De Silva,
Me.
or both of you?
All are gorgeous in their own way. Because I used to sing a lot with Desmond, though of course Sunil is a legend as well. But I would say that Desmond also left his mark, and
Yeah, definitely.
he's been with
And it all
me.
happened together, Desmond and Sunil.
Yes,
during
that's
the
right.
same timeline.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you all performed with them too?
Yeah.
Like I know that you all had like big
All,
songs.
Yes, I've performed with all, yes.
What do you think is that one thing that you had that the younger generation does not have? Both.
Both.
Well, I think that, like I said earlier, there was this thing about having an English education. And we had the choice. We had the choice of selecting the Sinhala medium or the English medium. But the thing is, we chose English and we went by English, but they laid great emphasis on a second language, which was Sinhalese. And so we had to learn Sinhalese, whether we, and
Yeah.
so by that, and also we had lots of classmates who were Sinhalese and who were
Tamils.
Tamils and all that. So we learned the language,
Yeah.
speaking language, very fast.
Correct.
So
Mignonne, what do you think? What's the it
Well,
factor?
I, as a person, am the eternal student. So whatever it takes to learn and improve myself, I'm ready to do.
All right. If you were to sing This Land Belongs to You, that particular song, what is that one line that you would like to add today to the song?
I think 2-3 lines have already been added. This land belongs to you, the land belongs to everybody. And
To live in harmony.
to live in harmony and for everyone, you know. And yeah, I think that was a brilliant song written by Sunil. And yeah, I can't think of anything else to add to it.
Okay, fine. Your thoughts on reality shows today?
Oh well. Yeah, reality shows are good, but it has to be really real, not fake reality shows.
Mignonne?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the production, creation, and ideas can be a little bit more, more.
True to life.
Yes, true to life. Yes.
If there was one thing you would want to tell your younger self, what would it be?
What would it be? I would tell myself, Max, you need to be more interested in academics than only singing.
Okay.
And me?
Yeah.
I actually heard this from my late young son, who passed away in 2017. And because I tended to be a little impatient with my fellow musicians who were working with me, and he said, Mom, remember, your 100% is not necessarily theirs.
That is true.
And that were words of wisdom, which I apply now.
All right, one final question. Maxi, you have Priyanti, you have Dalreen, you have Noeline, and you have Mignonne. And you were single. If you were allowed to date one of them, who would you pick?
Date one of them. Well, let me see. If you saw Dalreen when she was 17, you would definitely date her. Oh,
Fine. Yeah.
she was a beauty.
Gorgeous, yeah.
Yeah.
With a fabulous voice.
And she was the first press ad girl, no? She was one of the first press ads.
Ah, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know
Yes, I would have dated her.
Sorry, Mignonne. So,
that. Yeah.
I would have dated you.
That's all. I'm old enough. And when I was in early years, oh my, even I wouldn't have dated me.
Only a mother can love you at that time. Yeah, we go through. That is the time of puberty.
Oh, yes,
in my
yes.
opinion, is when
Terrible.
your mother is the only one who will love you at that time. Yeah. Let's get into a break. We'll see you on the other side. Welcome back to the show. This is Date with DANU in conversation with Maxi and our very own Mignonne. You know, I know that at that time, expression towards singers were quite big. It could be even the time during the JVP issues. Y'all were quite targeted at that time. And at the same time, people who loved y'all, they really loved y'all. Tell me about some of the stories of fans. Mignonne just turned there completely.
Yeah, she's looking at me.
Huh?
Yeah, come on, Mignonne, you had fans too.
Yeah, I know. Like they used to bring me these books which they collect.
Books?
Books of
With your pictures
press
on it.
cuttings, and even right now, even yesterday at the
Wow.
Galadari, a gentleman, he's Dushyanta, he's a great friend. Hi, Dushyanta. And he brought me some of the photographs he's collected as well.
Wow.
So he's given me books, and there are other friends also who've been fans from, from the 60s.
Right.
And I have so much of press cuttings now. What I do is I scan them and put it in the computer, because where are you going to keep all
that
these
is true.
papers? And
Yeah.
they're disintegrating also. But it's wonderful to know that, people have that kind of
Who has
fan base. They
been
used to
your
call Queen
creepiest fan?
of pop music and all that. They used to call me Queen of pop music. And those ladies are now married and everything. But they have drawn
Yeah,
pictures.
they might
Very
have, of
sweet.
course,
Yeah.
wanted to marry you, but
no.
what to do? They settled for what they could find.
Sweet.
But,
No,
Mignonne, who was the craziest fan you had?
the craziest fan was, I don't know the person, but we were at the Methodist College, I think of Methodist or Bishop's College, one of the places. It was a carnival, and we were playing Jetliners, Ishan, Tony, myself. We had got into the car after the show, and this horde of people came. Tony got out of the car and ran. Ishan also ran. These people pulled down the window and cut my hair.
What?
You can't imagine. That is such an experience. I'll never forget it. Because
Why did the men run away?
the men ran away. I'm telling you, I still remember. I was in that same car on all alone, and the window was just going down because the kind of old car as well. So when they pushed from there, that thing was turning, and they just pulled my hair and cut it, and they took the hair.
Oh, some fan is having your hair.
Yeah. That's that. Oh my God, that would have been scary.
Very, very scary. You know, that was scary because I was all alone, and there was no way I was going to get out of that. So
They would have got everything if they could.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know. That was scary. What
Thanks.
about your experience?
Like I said, I started music in 67, 67, 68, 69, 70, 79, 73. I left Sri Lanka. So during that time, and when I came back, it was a totally different scene. And I didn't know half the musicians who were working here. And I didn't know most of my fans had got married. And, you know.
Market was gone for you.
Market was gone. And so anyway, yeah, I didn't get any books and stuff like that. All I got was kisses.
That's
Just
nice.
in person.
That's nice. Yeah.
You really?
Yeah.
You loved them as well.
Yeah.
Of course, no.
There was no
Yeah.
COVID and all that, no, then.
Yeah.
No infection was great
No
enough for that.
infection, yeah.
So, like a crazy story you have?
Crazy story. Yeah.
Have people randomly visited your house?
No,
and
no, no,
stalked
no,
you?
no, not really. No, not really. Like I said, there are lots of happenings, but I can't remember. Some of them you don't sort of give it a second thought. I mean, you think you're in music and you're a frontline singer, and these things are bound to happen. So you don't give it a second thought. I mean, things may have happened. Come on, both of us are 50 odd years in music, and things that
Things have
happen, then
definitely
you
happened.
can't even remember then.
Yeah, but I thought there's always this one story, like somebody cutting a hair
Yeah,
off.
I know.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
that's
can't. I mean, that
that's
was
weird.
terrifying.
That's
Yeah.
weird. Yeah.
Especially when all the people you count on looking after you run.
Run away.
They were
Oh my
like,
goodness.
they might have come and checked. Mignonne, innothu danne
And they were shaking the car like this. Oh
God.
my gosh.
But even during the JVP riots, you all had like some big issues. Like
I wasn't here.
you were not here, but you had.
When the JVP riots started, yeah, we had a lot of problems with even the policemen, because they didn't like us growing beards or having long sideburns and stuff
Right.
like that, you know, thinking that we were JVPers. Or, you know.
Oh.
So I remember this thing about sideburns and all. We had to cut it off and be on the safe side, you know. People would think that you're a JVPer behind the scenes, like, you know, your people. Are all,
And when you all performed during that time, was it scary?
yeah, it was, I guess. Yeah,
I think so. Would have been.
because they targeted us, no?
Yeah.
They said music wasn't allowed, and you know, it's against
that
our
so?
culture
My
to have music and stuff like that.
Because I remember Noeline Hunter was once followed at a traffic light.
She was as a newsreader,
Yeah.
right? Yes, I remember she had some terrifying
Yeah,
stories.
she was nearly shot to death.
Yes.
Yeah, when she just stopped the car and said, somebody's following me out loud to a police.
Yeah.
So there have been some scary stories.
That's because she was in the media.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they
You all never wanted to
recognized
enter
her.
media. Because it was so interconnected those days.
I know it was,
Those days they
wasn't it?
sang live on
Yeah.
TV, hosted the show,
Correct.
did the cookery show of it,
Exactly.
showed how to do handwork and finished the show.
Finished. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, because now, like how it was with like Betty White, she did a show for 8 hours every day on TV. She used to sing, she used to dance, she used to act, sing, cook.
My God. Yeah, yeah.
Everything is done by one person.
But the thing is, at that time, TV wasn't so big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people sat and watched all 8 hours.
Yes.
Yes,
Now they
yes.
can barely watch 8 seconds. Anyway, we have a segment and it's called Yes or No. Be honest about it when we do come back. Now I have some questions and we are going to get the answers from these two. All right, here we go. Have you ever been drunk when you got on stage?
No.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Do you think you make a good first impression? Okay. Do you think you try to be like everyone else just to fit in?
No.
No. Do you feel people are jealous of you at times?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever had girls giving you kisses? Have you ever been called cheap? No.
No.
No. Okay. Do you feel men and women have equal rights?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Well done. I think you all did very well with that segment. I think I'm going to stop those questions there. But thanks. Well done. We are getting in through a break. We'll see you right after. She was the Kirille. Who wrote that song for you? Who wrote that song?
I wrote the song.
Oh, you
I wrote
wrote.
the melody and the English lyrics.
Oh.
And
How does it go in English?
Pretty little bird, now you must fly away, spreading your wings to the sun. That
God,
is
and it
what
was
my-
sung in the same tune?
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty
I
little
made
girls.
it for EMI UK.
Oh my God, can you please tell me how that goes? Sing a little bit.
Pretty little bird, now you must fly away, spreading your wings to the sun. That is what my mama keeps on saying. Your wedding's arranged, little one. So the same arranged marriages and everything, because EMI was thrilled with that concept and they wanted me to write it in English. So in 9 days I wrote that and got a songwriter's contract. And it's called the Ceylonese wedding song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you know, I personally love the Sinhala version. I think that
Yes, of course.
that is just
Whatever it is, the
Yeah.
words go
Yeah.
beautifully.
And I think
the
that is
words
like-
are done by Karunaratna Besekra.
Right.
Over about 50 cups of coffee.
good that he kept it to coffee only. But what a song. You know, back in the days, your music video, all what you're doing is you're just plucking flowers.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You know why? You know, they wanted a Sinhala song for the inauguration of TV in Sri Lanka, July 1st, 1979.
Wow,
we got
really?
We got the Intercon ballroom and the two Seedles. They brought one camera and asked me to do all this with one camera, so I had to turn like this and turn like. But Seedles did it, and we had the first song was by Olivia Newton-John. The Mohideen Beg was the Tamil, and I was the Sinhala.
Oh, right.
that's how I'm
Olivia
throwing-
came here to perform or she performed?
Who? Olivia? No, they had a
They
version
had
of her.
just,
Yeah, they had a version of her.
Oh, right. Wow.
So that was what we did. We had the first Sinhala song on TV.
And the whole song?
Yes, because I didn't know. I said, can you tell me what else? Can't you do some other scene? But they can't shift the camera. It's on a tripod.
Yeah. And you just had one shot.
Yes,
So you
but
just...
they were so good at least,
Yeah.
Seedles.
Yeah, and they plucked and you
Sewed,
plucked,
yeah,
plucked all the all the petals off it. Maxi, you do voice training still?
I still do, yes.
And how is that going?
It's going well. I've been now doing it for the last 12 years, I think. And I have lots of young people coming, and also old singers also coming
Singers
to
also
me.
come for,
people,
you know.
the Visharadas
Yeah.
are coming to me to learn how to change their voices.
Right.
Because now, like people, I don't want to mention names. No, I shouldn't. I think there's few Visharadas who are coming and saying, Maxi, you show me how to do it in the Western way, and because they usually sing very softly with their Sinhala songs. So now they sing,
sing softly. Yes,
yeah.
that's
So now they sing out, sing out
Correct.
with their natural speech-like voices. This is what I tell them: speech-like voice. Sing in your speech-like voice. That's the only way you'll hit the top. If you're going to imitate anybody, that's it. You can't do that.
Definitely.
Yeah. So
throwing the voice out there is something that you like. Mic or no mic, you need to have that power. That's
That's right.
Really
so
just.
when Marianne is the one who gave me some, she said, projected the voice must be somewhere there near that palm or something.
That's true.
So I had to really push you.
Yeah. Mary and David, she was, you can't mess with her those days. Always so scared. But you still perform.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we do.
And you have never considered it work, no? For you, it's just feels like.
It's like home. It's like coming
I think
home.
whenever you stop doing that is when you're going to feel it.
I suppose.
Yeah. Mignonne, you did have some tough days in your life, losing your son.
Yes, that was the most difficult time, I think, as a mother. And you're helpless because there's no way you can beat a sepsis infection. It has gone into your son's blood. It's from an endoscopy that he had. And there's no way that we can...
And how sad when you go to an endoscopy for a...
Yeah, I know. And then this is from a hospital, and not here, but a hospital somewhere else. And it is difficult. It can happen, and it's a chance, 1 in 97 people that it could have come through, some of the machines, or we don't know what.
How did you sort of see that light at the end of the tunnel?
It was so difficult, really. But when I was here, he was here for about 3 weeks, and I have my friend Suraj who came with me every day almost. We went to give him his food and everything. When he was in the private hospitals, 3 weeks there, nothing happened. Then we had to take him to the general, and where it was just waiting out. Right. And the most saddest, because he was at that time sometimes hallucinating, and he was saying, why are these people not getting enough food? And he's telling me, Mommy, you should give them food. And then he was telling me, the embassy called, now they say my plane tickets are ready. And it was so heartbreaking. Then finally, he just got one of those like strokes, and he said, do something. I got the doctor, and then they took him, but there was nothing we can do. 5 cardiac arrests, and the doctor told me, look, if he needs to go, if you... So I just whispered to his ear, babe, if you have to go, I will take it. I will pray for you. You will be always in my heart. Thank you for being with us these years of your life. And he just went.
He got the assurance from you, I think.
Yeah.
I think for you, the first, like your life partner, your husband was such a strength.
Yes,
he was your first, only love.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, he also had cancer, no? And then it was heartbreaking for him because he had so many pills to swallow, and then he can't swallow because his throat is playing up and everything, and he can't swallow, and he's getting stuck because the radiation had made sores in his throat. Oh my God, DANU, you don't want them to suffer like that. So at a time I just left it to God, and when he went, it was like peace for him.
But it takes a lot of courage to do what you do, to put a smile, sing, even though so many things can just go collapsing behind you. But I think this music has kept you strong.
Music, I think there's no words to say what music can do for a person. And it gives you that solace also, it gives you joy, it gives you comfort, it helps you through these challenges in life. And I just thank God that I am a music person,
It's amazing. Well, I had to touch on that a little bit because I always wonder how you always keep your smile going and you always...
Yeah,
it takes a lot. We're getting into a segment. This is to break this flow a little bit. And it's called King Care. All right, considering the fact that the two of you have had such a colorful life, and you all have been up to no good most of the time, considering the fact that, you know, it was easy access. Nowadays, even with all the access we have, nothing is easy. Dry as a branch, with not even one leaf to be found here. Maxi is looking down and looking all innocent.
No, because you
Tell
said
me.
not even a leaf to be found. Sometimes there are no leaves, but there are fruits.
True, true, true.
No fruits, no seed,
No fruits also.
no nothing.
No, nothing.
No, nothing. We are not blessed, men. We are not blessed. All right, here's your question. Do you like having some music in the background or silence?
Music sometimes.
Uh,
Especially.
You know for what, right? I'm asking. You know?
Oh, I never thought of that.
Mignonne was going to explain. Music, you know?
Okay.
Dear.
Music still.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Light.
Just to keep
Yes.
the balance.
Bossa novas.
I would like quiet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because then I have to whisper sweet nothings now in the ear. They can't hear all that. They're listening to the music and not listening to me.
That is true. That is true. That is true.
But that's softer. It has to be very,
Very soft. It can't be too overpowering
No,
and all.
no.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
of
Now
course.
let's get it going. For you, silence. For you, music. Now we know. Now we know. Actually, congratulations. I'm going to give this to Mignonne because she was the first to answer. And you can whisper sweet nothing just
Thank
the way you
you.
are. And I don't think you will look nice in a two-piece.
Two-piece.
A two-piece.
Something must be.
Really? You have to have a look at that.
Let's get into a break. We'll see you right after. So we went around searching for some pictures on social media and found a few. Want to know the stories behind it. I must say, I think musicians in that time, or in your time, really did dress very well and look so good and so well put together. There was makeup on every time, suits were pressed, they were stylish. Yeah, your singing girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember this date, when this was?
1992?
Okay,
Or somewhere
other
around
little
there.
curl.
At some golden clef award.
That's right. That's right.
There's no Golden Clef Award now, right?
Yes.
No. Yeah.
This is for you all to share and
Really?
you all can keep
That's
these
good.
pictures.
How sweet.
This has, yours are there, but I can't see you so well, Maxi. There's Dalreen, there's Noeline, there's Sohan, there's you.
Really? I'm there?
Not you, he's
Ah,
there,
yes,
Maxi.
I'm in the corner.
Yeah, you're
Yes,
in the
yes,
corner.
yes.
Where was this?
Yeah. Have a look.
Some bright suits, all of you are
Yeah.
blue, purple, the work's all there.
Is that Galadari?
That's a Gamage boy. What's his name?
Aldrin
Aldrin.
Gamage? Is that at Navaranga or something?
Yeah.
So Maxi, I want to ask you, there was a time when everyone said that Dalreen and Noeline were like, was it true?
Angry?
You were the man between the two of them, no?
Yeah. Dalreen and Noeline.
No.
No, not really. I don't think so.
Like, not that they hated each other.
No.
Professionalism, like
May-
a Whitney
may-
and a
well,
Mariah kind of a
may have-
situation.
that may have been.
Ah,
May have been, but
not that they hated each other.
no,
It's just
I
that
don't think so. Yeah. Yeah.
I have to word it clearly. Now look at this. How gentle you are in giving this award. Where was this, Maxi?
What was the award being given?
I really don't know. I don't know whether you even know.
That's Corinne, right?
Is that Corina?
Yes.
Or Ginger.
No.
Might be Ginger.
No.
No,
This was Corinne, I think. Yes. This was
Must be
Corinne.
golden clef then.
No, this was not the golden. This
Please
is the Island
note
Music
Mignonne's
Awards.
Island
stomach.
music.
This was the Island Music Awards.
Ah, that's a lovely
Look
picture.
at this stomach, Mignonne. God,
Stomach.
Such
Ooh,
hot.
very nice.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Gorgeous, no?
Ah,
It's absolutely stunning.
thank you. That's so cute. This is all when jetliners were going to the Tokyo Song Festival.
Where was this? Who is this?
That is.
Are you there?
Yes, this one in the second one after Anton.
Oh, that's you.
Yes, yes.
Oh, your hair was very different.
Put it up. I
Yeah,
put it
and
up,
who is the
yeah.
other lady?
That's Loretta Alston-Cock, Roger Menzies.
Oh my God,
where's
Desmond.
Loretta?
She's probably at the Taj.
Ah, Alston. He
Yes.
looks like his son there, so
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Thank you, my goodness. Ah, that is Tony and me. Yeah, of
that's
course. That is our
yeah.
wedding. Honeymoon picture. Ah, Maxi, look at you with Yasmin. She's got-
The real lady behind you, no?
Wow. There you
Yasmin.
are.
Tell something about the wife, Philu. She has come
Oh,
today as well.
my wife, she has been my guardian angel in one way. And also, I mean, I had problems with my health at one time.
Yes,
And she was my rock. Yeah, right there with me all the time.
Bless you.
And yes,
That's when I got the Desha Vimane.
Okay.
Yeah, the
And this was
Kala-
how long ago?
I think in 2019 or so.
Right.
Yeah. This with Suraj.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's such a beautiful picture. That's so kind. of
I
you.
love this picture. Look at the hair of this girl. The Sri Lankans?
all of us.
Is
That's
that
Priyanti,
Priyanti?
Noeline, that's the
Wow.
Spitfires.
That hair looks
Yeah,
phenomenal.
yeah.
The Spitfires. And look at the guy in the middle there.
That's you. no?
So you didn't expect any girls to come and kiss me and hang on me and all this.
Lovely,
Yeah,
no? The
yeah,
picture.
there you
Always
go.
in the middle, no?
There you go. There
Yeah.
you go.
Now, this was apparently the English music, like the team at that time. There was like a committee, was it? This picture, that's what it read at the bottom. Are you there? Do you know any
I
of
can
this?
see Raj there.
Yeah.
Kate.
Raj,
Is it
Kate,
Noeline?
that's myself
This
and
is
Yasmin.
Noeline?
All of y'all are dressed to the...
Is it you, Maxi?
Yeah,
This
that's me,
Yasmin?
that's Yasmin.
Yeah,
We were invited by the embassy in Cairo for dinner. So that's where
Right.
we all went for dinner that day.
Oh, you have had some big hair.
Priyanti had long hair, remember, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. Stylish. That's
Yeah,
what it
very
is.
nice.
Very stylish.
Very nice, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's the
Such
thing.
a unique
No,
look.
even this thing, I mean, this was just taken very casual, in a casual moment after practices or something.
But that's a lot of swag.
yeah,
very nice.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
And that's Raja Jalaluddin also, no?
And
Yes, Raja,
Yeah.
Donald,
That's
Priyanti,
yeah.
myself,
Very nice,
and
very
Noeline.
nice. Lovely.
absolutely stunning. Well, I'm so happy that we were able to go back in time and have
Thank
some...
you.
Oh, that was really wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Well, I really wanted to have Maxi. I've never had him on a show.
This is the
so
first time.
Yeah, so I'm so
Yeah,
happy that I
first
was
time,
able to
yeah.
have you. And Mignonne, thank you so very much. I have seen Mignonne. Actually, I got to know Mignonne only in the last
Quite
10, 15 years.
recently,
Yeah,
yes,
with the song and
Yeah,
with the
that's
choir
right.
that you work with, Soul
With
Sounds. And,
Soundaries,
yeah, but amazing. You know, sometimes it's great to know that you can do a song or do something and be remembered for life.
That's
and that is a gift.
That
Not
is
not a lot of people have that.
Yeah.
And like up to date, if somebody sees Maxi, they know who he is.
Yes,
And
yes.
generations have like Maxi was not charming. My generation, no.
Yeah, yeah. Bridge over troubled water, I remember they used to
Yeah.
always say.
So it's amazing. Thank you so very much for being here and for being so humble, for accepting my request. We were supposed to have Dalreen in the mix, but she couldn't make it due to a small little boo-boo that happened at home. But apart from that, we will see you with another episode where we can maybe get everyone together. Anyway, thank you so very much.
It's
Thank
been a
you,
great
Danu.
joy
Thank you very
being
much.
with you, Danu.
We
Thank you
enjoyed our
very
evening
much.
with you. Thank you.
Brilliant. So we need to wrap things up on the show. We're going to see you soon. Till then, keep smiling. It's a wrap.